Deep within the suffocating jungle canopy of Central America, towering limestone pyramids rise like ancient ghosts above an endless sea of green. For generations, popular imagination held that the brilliant Maya civilization simply vanished into thin air, overnight and without a trace. Sensational books and television documentaries fueled rumors of alien interventions, mysterious curses, and supernatural cataclysms. In the shadowy realm of myth, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes stands looking across his kingdom. Yet modern archaeology and environmental science reveal a far more complex and compelling reality than any science fiction story. Around 1200 years ago, during the classic Maya period, this culture reached its absolute zenith of power, mathematics, and artistic brilliance. Vast urban centers like Tikal, Calakmul, and Copan housed tens of thousands of citizens in grand architectural splendor. Maya astronomers mapped the movements of Venus with uncanny precision and created complex, highly accurate calendar systems. Their scribes devised a fully developed written language, using intricate hieroglyphs carved into stone stelae and painted on bark paper. From these magnificent stone palaces, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes ruled over thousands. To support these booming city populations, the Maya transformed their surrounding natural environment on a monumental scale. They cleared millions of acres of virgin tropical rainforest to create farmland and produce lime plaster for their massive monuments. Making just 1 ton of plaster required burning roughly 5 tons of fresh green timber from the surrounding forests. As the trees vanished, the natural hydrologic cycle of the regional landscape began to break down rapidly. Without forest cover to absorb solar radiation and transpire moisture back into the atmosphere, local temperatures soared and rainfall plummeted. The deforested land lost its natural ability to retain precious groundwater, turning vital soil into dust. Observing this ecological degradation, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes looked out over parched fields. Their nature struck an even harsher blow as a series of catastrophic, multi-decade mega-droughts gripped the region. Sediment cores taken from lake beds prove that the 9th century experienced the worst drought conditions in over 7,000 years. Year after year, rain clouds failed to form, and monsoon seasons simply vanished from the sky. Without rain, crucial crops like maize, beans, and squash failed completely, recently across entire city-state territories. Exhausted topsoil, stripped of nutrients by centuries of intensive farming, could no longer support the millions living in urban centers. As food reserves emptied, rulers faced an existential crisis of famine and social collapse. In desperate attempts to appease water deities, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes led elaborate rituals. When gods failed to send rain, political authority broke down completely as common people lost faith in divine kings. Desperate for dwindling resources like water and arable land, neighboring city-states turned upon each other in violent warfare. Traditional warfare had focused on capturing elite hostages, but now escalated into total destruction of entire cities. Trade routes snapped, agricultural networks collapsed, and human casualties mounted across the lowlands. Facing starvation, conflict, and chaos, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes abandoned his stone throne. One by one, between 800 and 900 AD, the great southern city-states were systematically deserted. Stone carvers stopped sculpting dates on monuments, brought to a sudden halt across the region. Yet this grand collapse was not an instantaneous extinction event, nor did the Maya people disappear from Earth. Instead, millions of people made the rational choice to leave overcrowded inland cities and migrate toward permanent water sources. They relocated northward into the Yucatan Peninsula and southward into the highlands of Guatemala. New, highly resilient centers like Chichen Itza and Mayapan rose to prominence, adapting to changing environmental conditions. These northern centers relied on maritime trade and coastal fishing rather than fragile inland agriculture. Amid these new settlements, a high-ranking Maya nobleman wearing an elaborate towering jade-feathered headdress, a carved turquoise pendant necklace, and ornate woven cotton robes helped adapt traditions to survive. When Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century, they encountered vibrant Maya kingdoms, actively defending their lands. The last independent Maya stronghold, Neupetten, held out on an island lake until falling in 1697. The Maya Empire collapsed, but its resilient people never vanished. Today, more than 6 million Maya descendants live across Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. They speak over 30 distinct Maya languages, preserving their rich oral traditions, deep agricultural knowledge, and vibrant cultural heritage. The story of the Maya is not a tale of mysterious disappearance, but a profound lesson in human adaptation and ecological balance. As modern civilization faces its own environmental challenges, what lessons do you think we can learn from the fall of these ancient cities? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more journeys into history.